Hope you're enjoying thebudgetking.com. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make money on a podcast. Let me explain. First off, it's free. Yes, free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so many other places. Yes, you can make money from your podcast with no listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one great place. So download the free Anchor app and go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM. It's time for you to listen to the non-politically biased blue-collar tip specialist, James Davis. He is an expert on cord cutting, bill negotiations. He is an interweb specialist. When it comes to all-around entertainment and budgeting, no one beats the Budget King.
I got a name for people that listen to my podcast. I like to refer to y'all as cheap bastards, because if you're listening to me, you are some cheap motherfuckers. Because if you find somebody, they call themselves the Budget King, and it's a podcast, you're either bored as hell or something. You're like, I got to figure out some way to cut some costs, which I have some great podcasts for that. But tonight's podcast, not about saving money. This is story time with the Budget King. Yep, story time. Because y'all don't know much about me besides the fact that I try to save y'all money on cell phone bills and TV and whatever else I want to freaking blab my jaws about. So I'm going to tell you a story. You know what? We'll kind of get to it. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you why I want to kick Chris O'Donnell's ass. Okay, I'll be honest with you. This is why I'd kind of like to whip his ass in a public place. You know, I don't hate the guy. I don't have any animosity towards the guy. But this is why I want to kick Chris O'Donnell's ass. You're like, Chris O'Donnell? The guy from Scent of a Woman? Yep, Chris O'Donnell. That Chris O'Donnell. He was on one of them CSIs too. All right. First off, I want you all to know a little bit about my background. I've done some MMA fighting. I was very good at Taekwondo. And this is how it's going to happen. All right. This is how it all started. All right. Back in the summer, after my junior year, I would guess around 92 something, 93. They were having a casting call for Batman and Robin. So now you already know. Chris O'Donnell wasn't Batman and Robin, right? Yeah. Okay, so they had this huge casting call all over the United States. They were at all the major cities, like, say, Dallas, Chicago, you name it. A lot of just big cities, that probably even Boston, you know, New York. They had this casting call, and you know, these movie people, they went all over, making all these people think they might get the part. Okay, so me and my brother, he was driving me up there, you know. Well, I'll tell you how I found out about it first. My instructor told me. He said, hey, Jim, man, this would be great for you, you know, because I was good at dancing and martial arts, jump spin kicks and all that stuff. You know, I placed well in many, many tournaments. And I happen to do a little bit of acting in the school plays and stuff. So, anyways, my brother drove me up there, right? This thing was 4 guys deep and wrapped around blocks. I'm talking thousands and thousands of guys that would have loved to have the part as Robin. So there's people sitting all day long. Do I feel bad for them guys? Not as bad as I feel for me. I was hoping I was going to be the only guy that showed up. Well, long story short, they were claiming they wanted some fresh-faced new actor, some new young talent to fill the place of Robin. They wanted him to be really good at martial arts, because there was going to be a lot of stunts he was going to do himself. You know, a lot of the fighting scenes. They wanted the people to really be able to know how to fight. Chris O'Donnell? Fuck, I'll whoop his ass. I'll whip his ass. I'll box him. I'll beat him at thumb wrestling. I'll whip his ass at regular wrestling. You know, I'd probably whoop his ass at dodgeball, whatever you want. Any sport you want to put with me and Chris O'Donnell? Fucking Chris O'Donnell? A superhero? Give me a break. So, anyways, it didn't even matter. Because, you know, when they finally released who was going to be Robin, and they said Chris O'Donnell, it was a shock. It was like, oh, man. I was like, damn, they got a guy that had already been in a movie with Al Pacino? You call that a new actor? You call that a fresh-faced new actor? I call that, no, Warner Brother hype machine, maybe? Warner Brother be hyping their shit up to get everybody interested in Batman and Robin? I would say it was, you know, it isn't because I didn't get the part as Robin. I'm just saying the movie was absolutely fucking terrible. Okay? First off, Alicia Silverstone was like Batgirl or Catgirl. I don't even know what. I think she was Batgirl. I ain't sure. Because I watched the movie like once and I'm like, this is garbage. George Clooney, impeccable. Great Batman. Been great as a standalone movie, just as George Clooney is Batman. You know, I thought he did great. The only problem was Chris O'Donnell sucks as Robin. Alicia Silverstone, they let the press release get out that she was having trouble fitting into her leathery Batgirl outfit, so they made her seem like she's some fucking lard ass. And I mean, you look at her, she may be a little thicker than what she was in some of her other movies, but come on, man, you know. So it almost ruined her fucking career. I think she went on to make some straight-to-vid movies, which nobody gets videos anymore, so I don't think she works anymore. Because do they do straight-to-vid? Straight-to-video? No. Straight-to-Netflix, they call it now? I don't know. So Chris O'Donnell, you know, he's lucky he got some TV roles, and he might have got a few bit parts after that. But I would say it pretty much ruined his career, too, because he sucked in it. So George Clooney went on. They forgave him for that terrible movie, but the movie was like $123,000 or something like that to make, and it did gross like $250 million. And you're like, wow, that sounds pretty fucking good, right? Yeah, it was at the time. You know, definitely not the best Batman movie, I wouldn't imagine. If it is, whoops, I'm sorry. But you look at these new Avenger movies, $1 billion. I didn't say a million. $1 billion. I'm talking over $1 billion they grossed. Is that incredible? That shit's good worldwide. You know what that tells me? We have good taste. Them Avenger movies are awesome. But you know what it tells me about Batman and Robin? Yeah, it was a terrible movie. That means a lot of people have very, very shitty taste. You know, would I buy a movie ticket to see it? Fuck yeah, I seen it opening night. I watched it, and the whole time I'm watching it, I'm thinking, I would totally kick Chris O'Donnell's ass. Is his name Chris O'Donnell or Chris McDonald? Chris O'Donnell. Yeah, that's his name. Chris O'Donnell. See, I don't even know what his name is. But, you know, no hard feelings to the guy. You know, he got his movie part. It ain't like, you know, his manager or whatever called him, hey, Chris, you want to be in this Batman movie? You're going to be Robin. He's probably like, sure, why not? You know, I mean, he was just a young actor at the time. He just got a lot of breaks, you know. Got to be in an Al Pacino movie. Got to be in a fucking Batman movie. Even though the movie sucked, I mean, the movie still grossed $200-something million. I mean, you can't be mad at that, right? So, good for him, but I want everybody to know that the Budget King would definitely fucking kick the shit out of Chris O'Donnell. Now, back then, always, even with my bad fucking knees, and my sore back, I would still kick his ass. So, good for him for getting that part, but too bad all them little suckers that stood in line. All right, y'all. That's my story about the the time I didn't get my role as Robin, but who knows? Can you imagine fucking Batman and the Budget King? All right. Y'all have a good night, and that's my story for today. Bye.